Hello, I'm Melissa Riccio, and welcome to PW Perspective, a show created through the eyes of the students at Plymouth Whitemarsh High School. We'll start off today's show by opening the doors of Plymouth Whitemarsh with PW A Closer Look. Then we will check in with both meteorologist Dave Witten with the weather and David Fenster with sports. Next on the list, Clayton Allen gives the top 5 movies in the box office this week. To wrap up the show, foreign exchange student Jacob Hidari gives a look at the personalities in Plymouth Whitemarsh High School. PW Perspective starts now.
Hi, I'm Louis Wine, and welcome to PW A Closer Look. On our broadcast tonight, we will meet the newest addition to the PW cheerleading squad. Then, we will introduce you to the man behind the award-winning television program. Finally, we will take a look at PW Colonial Players, an award-winning theater program who staged Romeo and Juliet as their 2011 fall production. We'll be right back after the break with an update on the cheerleading squad.
Are you aware that mankind's everyday habits are killing 137 species each day? As a result, some of the world's most beautiful creatures and their habitats are lost. As humans, we selfishly tear down trees for our personal needs. As a result, 80% of the world's forests are lost. Environmental carelessness grows within our communities. As a result, their communities are lost. Here's where you come in. Something as simple and easy as reducing the amount of paper you use, planting a tree, or even something as basic as recycling can not only make a difference in your community, but have a long-lasting effect on the environment. As a result, we can make a positive change to the world.
Plymouth Whitemarsh has welcomed a new tradition to the PW cheerleading team. Tyler Massio is PW's first male cheerleader, so we took to the field to find out what the cheerleaders thought about their newest member.
Everyone knows PW's varsity cheerleading team, but you may not know what they're about. Our cheerleading squad puts in a lot of time and hard work to cheer on our teams, in addition to preparing for their own competitions. As many of you may know, the cheerleading team has took on Tyler Massio as a male cheerleader.
I realized that it's not just a girl's sport. Like, being a guy, there's so much more to do, and like having a guy on the team, the girls can do a lot more of like stunts. I just really wanted to do something different, and my friends kind of talked me into it, and I learned to like it. I'm looking forward to hopefully getting to know a lot more of the girls, and hopefully we can win first in the competition this year.
Let's see what one of the girls has to say.
It is very interesting to have a new member of the squad being a male on the team. I think it's like a really huge benefit because like he's like really strong, so like it helps like get the stunts up a lot better, and like I don't know, I think he's just like a lot of fun to have around too. It's like different, but it's good. We're all crazy, so like, you know, being around girls all the time, he's probably like losing his mind sometimes, because I know from my point of view I'm a bit crazy. So like when he's around us, you know, it might be a little bit insane, but he's a little crazy too, so he fits in perfect.
Be sure to look out for the cheerleaders at the next game.
Thanks to Melissa Riccio for interviewing and producing the video. Coming up after the break, we will give you a closer look at the man behind CITV.
1 out of every 4 kids are bullied each day, and 1 in 5 kids admit to being a bully. You may not think it's a big deal, but verbal abuse can really hit a kid hard. All the name calling can really start to add up. Remember, words stick. But with the help of just one friend, you can begin to peel away the scars left by verbal bullying. You can be the helping hand in someone's life. You could be that person. If we all work together, we can sweep bullying out of this school.
Christopher McWilliams, the teacher of the TV program at PW, has helped many students realize their talent in front of and behind the camera. We now send it over to Shannon Dennis for more information.
Colonial Instructional Television is produced directly from the Colonial School District. The CITV news station provides information on schools in the Colonial School District to the public. At the high school, the TV production class works on PSAs to be showed on CITV news station. Teacher Christopher McWilliams has made changes for his third year back at Plymouth Whitemarsh.
And instead of offering 5 or 6 courses, I wanted to offer 3 and have some of those other courses absorbed into TV1, TV2, and TV3.
The new hands-on program deals with learning how to use the studio and handheld cameras and working with the equipment in the control room. Students learn to perform each job and have the ability to be in control of everybody else in the crew by taking the part of director. Students who choose to take on that role learn to be a leader, but also a follower.
You know, it's difficult to be a leader because you want to make everybody feel important and you want to make everyone feel necessary in the group. And the leaders that do that get the best out of their group.
Also, changes have been made to the TV Production 1 program. The once full semester course is now offered as a 9-week course.
They spend about 2 or 3 weeks, and then you can tell by their behavior that they're either really into it and are going to advance to TV2 or they're done.
Working with and helping students has always been what he has loved to do. The new program he has created was built for the better of the students to help them progress in the TV production business.
Thanks, Shannon, for producing that piece. Next on PW A Closer Look, we will show you the award-winning theater program at Plymouth Whitemarsh.
All humans are guaranteed rights. So why aren't animals? Did you know that animals are used as food, clothing, research subjects, and entertainment? Every year, 10 billion domesticated land animals are slaughtered for food, and more than 25 million animals are used in testing and experimentation. These numbers are alarming, but together, we can lower them. Adopt animals from shelters and rescue organizations. Buy products that were not tested on animals and educate yourself as well as your friends and family. Together, we can make a difference.
The Colonial players at Plymouth Whitemarsh High School have won many awards for their performances. The latest play, Romeo and Juliet, which was put on in the fall of 2011, was a memorable performance. Now we turn it over to Clayton Allen to tell us more about the theater program.
This year, the Plymouth Whitemarsh stage has gone back to the 1500s in their amazing production of Romeo and Juliet. On November 17th, 18th, and 19th at 7:30 p.m., the lively cast and crew put on an astounding show in front of their eager friends and family. Over the past few months, both the cast and crew have worked hard to put this piece together.
Unlike last year, this one is Shakespeare, so it's going to be an even greater challenge, but I think we can do it.
Through hours of patience, they've perfected their acting, lines, timing, and overall performance for the crowd to see on opening night.
I think it's going to be really good. You know, Shakespearean language, sword fighting, you know, romance and intrigue. I think it's going to be really good.
The show was a huge success. Each student involved performed to their fullest potential to make the performance as best as it could be, and it showed. Congratulations to all the students who made Romeo and Juliet a great trip to the past.
Thanks, Clayton, and thanks to Shannon Dennis for producing the piece. That's all for PW A Closer Look. I'm your host, Louis Wine. I'll see you back here next week. Goodbye.
Thanks, Louis, for a closer look inside of PW. One particular student in PW has taken the school by storm. Meteorologist David Witten is the weather anchor of PW's iBlock News Show. Today, he's brought with him Weather with Witten.
Welcome to Weather with Witten. I am David Witten with an inside look at how the weather may just be affecting you from hurricanes to blizzards. Fall officially arrived on Saturday, September the 22nd at 10:49 a.m. Experts report that the above-average temperatures the first half of the summer, followed by a cold period with little rain, will not have an effect on the fall colors throughout New York and the Mid-Atlantic. The length of days caused by the sunlight is what determines when trees will start showing off their orange, yellow, and red colors. With cold snaps having an impact on chemistry, deep reds and purples can be expected later this year. Some trees have already begun to change as a result of the drought and pests. The trees are on track for a late September and early October show where many people will make their way up to New York to experience the beautiful scene. While leaf peepers were not really affected by Tropical Storm Irene and Lee last year, areas that were heavily impacted kept many people away. Pittsburgh County has finally settled a suit over the death of a man who tried multiple times to get an ambulance during the 2010 blizzard that brought record snowfall to the Mid-Atlantic. The man had waited 30 hours for help after making 10 calls to 911 during a historic snowstorm. The man's family had filed a lawsuit after they learned of his death as medics failed to respond to any of the calls. While the federal court had thrown out the lawsuit last year, the city now confirms that settlements are taking place as a result of failure to respond to the medical call. Thousands of people in Japan were left without power after a powerful typhoon moved through southwestern Japan on September 16. The typhoon crossed over a small island on Sunday and headed towards Korea after causing heavy rains and strong winds. The typhoon was enormous in size with wind gusts up to 155 miles per hour. Flights and ferries were canceled as a result of the storm as 60,000 homes were without power. Many houses were flooded, but no deaths or injuries were reported. The World Meteorological Organization named California Death Valley the hottest place in the world, as the Death Valley is known for the lowest, driest, and hotspot region in the United States. An international weather team investigated the long record in Libya to learn that inexperienced weather observers did not record the temperature correctly. While the Libyan record was recorded as 136.4 degrees on September the 13th, 1992, experts believe that the temperature was off by 5 degrees. This sets the new official record at 130 degrees on July 10, 1913 in Death Valley. Hurricane Isaac is being blamed for a rise in the unemployment applications to 382,000, up from 367,000. Isaac was a Category 1 hurricane and made landfall on August 28th in southeastern Louisiana before being downgraded to a tropical storm. The storm interfered with work in 9 states and caused applications to increase by 9,000, according to labor officials. The storm left many without power for several days and caused damage to many homes, causing an even bigger challenge to workers who were laid off. That is all for today. For Weather with Witten, for iBlock News, I am David Witten. Make sure to enjoy the fall colors that are in store.
Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Cue Dave.
A big warm-up is in the long range. I am David Witten with a look at what you can expect. We'll take a look at the latest surface map, and on Wednesday you can see that a cold front is pushing through our region with some showers. However, high pressure is building in from the west, and if we take a look at the futurecast, as we head into Thursday and Friday, that area of high pressure will continue to build over our region and really cause those temperatures to drop down into the mid-30s as we head into Friday night. However, a big warm front is developing out in the Midwest, and this will cause temperatures to warm up into the 70s as we head into Sunday and Monday of next week. We'll take a look at your 7-day forecast, and today will be partly cloudy with a slight chance of a shower with a high of 69 and a low of 45. Thursday will be mostly sunny with a high of 60 and a low of 44. Friday, expect a mix of sun and clouds with a high of 63 and a low of 37. Saturday will be mostly sunny with a high of 59 and a low of 48. Sunday, expect a mix of sun and clouds with a high of 71 and a low of 60. Monday will be mostly sunny with a high of 75 and a low of 56. And Tuesday will be partly cloudy with a high of 73 and a low of 54. For CITV, I am David Witten. Have a great day.
Thanks, Dave, for the weather update. Next up, David Fenster takes a look at what's going on in this week's sports.
Good morning, PW. I'm David Fenster bringing you your sports this week. Let's start by looking at the boys soccer game. The PW Colonials played the Springfield Warriors and it starts off in the first half by Springfield taking a shot and it goes way over the crossbar. And then the Springfield gets another chance off of a forced turnover made by the Colonials, and the shot goes right to goalkeeper Mike Willis. And then it looks like Springfield's going to make a big play, but the Colonials steal the ball, run down the field. Looks like they're about to score, but they don't. The ball just falls short of the goal. And Springfield recovers, but then the Colonials get it back, and PW striker Joey Gallio happens to find Twine to put the Colonials up 1-0. Great effort. Starting in the second half, free kick lined up, and it's on the way, but the goalkeeper bats it away right out of the box, and the Colonials retain possession. But later in that half, the Springfield Warriors line up for a shot, but they can't convert. But they manage to convert and score a goal to tie up the game 1-1. Here comes the goal shot opportunity, but it is no good, and it goes into overtime. Here's the Colonial with a winning opportunity, but it's no good, and the ref ends the game in a 1-1 draw. For all of us here at the CITV News Station, I'm David Fenster. You have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, David. With that look at this week's sports, we now take a look at the student Clayton Allen with an update on what's happening on the big screen this week.
Welcome to the Big Screen Update. I'm your host, Clayton Allen, here with a look at this week's top 5 in the box office, along with what's new to hit the big screen this week. We'll start out at number 5 with Resident Evil Retribution, racking in $6.7 million this weekend. Actress Mila Jovovich plays the role of Alice in the newest addition to the Resident Evil series. Due to the Umbrella Corporation's deadly T virus, the human population continues transforming into flesh-eating legions. The movie unveils more of Alice's mysterious past during her attempts to save the Earth. Next on our list, coming in at number 4, the not-so-deadly Finding Nemo hits the big screen again in 3D, making $9.4 million this weekend. For those who don't know, Alexander Gold voice acts for a clownfish named Nemo, who has ventured into the open sea. Follow Nemo's father, Marlin, played by voice actor Albert Brooks, in his journey to find his son. Trouble with the Curve gets number 3 this week, taking in $12.2 million its opening weekend. Clint Eastwood plays the role of Gus, a baseball scout on his last recruiting trip. Gus's daughter, Mickey, leaves her job to help her father on his recruiting trip. The second biggest income this weekend belongs to the horror film House at the End of the Street, which collected $12.3 million, just edging Trouble with the Curve. Actresses Elizabeth Shue and Jennifer Lawrence team up in this mother-daughter horror film. Sarah, played by Shue, and her daughter Lisa, played by Lawrence, move into a new rural town. After moving into the town, they soon find out the hidden secrets not seen at first glance. And to make matters worse, their neighbor's house is the scene of a murder involved with the daughter killing her parents. Before I get to number 1, let's take a look at the newest movies hitting the theaters this week. Releasing on September 28th, Looper plans on hitting the big screen with a bang. Actors Bruce Willis and Joseph Gordon-Levitt both play the same character in this movie. However, Willis plays his future self in this action-packed thriller. Also releasing on the 28th, the animated film Hotel Transylvania hits theaters. Dracula, played by actor Adam Sandler, owns a private resort away from all humans and ends up panicking after a young boy discovers the resort and falls for his daughter. And finally, Won't Back Down hits the big screen on the 28th as well. Actresses Maggie Gyllenhaal and Viola Davis play the roles of two mothers looking at their children's education in their city's school. With all odds against them, the two mothers risk everything to make a difference for their children's future and their education. And now for the number 1 movie in the box office this weekend belongs to End of Watch. In this action-packed drama, 2 police officers, played by actors Jake Gyllenhaal and Michael Pena, find themselves with targets on their back after making a bust on cash and weapons during a routine traffic stop. Once again, I'm your host, Clayton Allen, and you just saw the Big Screen Update.
To end the show, we'll take a look at a piece created by foreign exchange student Jacob Hidari. Coming from Slovakia, Jacob hit the ground running and created the hit show PW People. Let's see what Jacob has in store this week.
Working 110%. Salute, my name is Jacob Hidari from Slovakia. You're watching the PW People show with a special guest. Today it's Alex Billings who's feed her from kicking so much butt because he's in the MMA club. Bang! Thank you for coming, Alex. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Alex Billings, can you introduce yourself for me?
Yeah, my name is Alex Billings. I'm 18. I'm a senior here at PW. I'm excited for Florida trip, excited for graduation, definitely excited for college next year.
Do you have any ideas where you will be going to college?
I haven't decided yet. I got accepted to Temple University, Westchester University, and Penn State Abington. I just haven't chose where I'm going to go yet.
What are you planning to major in?
I'm not sure what I'm going to major in yet. I don't even know what I want to be when I'm older.
Do you have any ideas in mind?
I've always had an interest in science, so maybe something in the science field.
I heard that you're in the MMA club, so could you tell my audience what it is?
The MMA Club stands for Mixed Martial Arts Club, and it's a club that we do after school on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And we run, we work out, and we learn 2 forms of martial arts, which are boxing, which we learn on Tuesdays, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which we learn on Thursdays.
Sounds fun. How can the people join in?
You can come after school on Tuesday and Thursday, join the club. We either be in the weight room, or you can see Mr. Morrison, get a form, sign up for it.
Can the girls join in?
Absolutely, girls can join.
Do you guys like fight?
Yeah, well, you know, it's training, so we spar, so we don't go all out. We wear protective gear, so it's safe, but we're still effectively sparring, fighting.
What's your personal opinion of the club?
I think it's really beneficial, one, for your health, because you work out, you run, you get in shape. All the training's good for your health, and you learn the basics of boxing and jiu-jitsu, which is good for self-defense. You know how to fight if you ever need to. So I just think all in all, it's a beneficial club.
What sports did you do?
I never really played an organized high school sport, but I used to play basketball, baseball, played lacrosse for a year. I swam 1 year, and that's about it really for sports.
I heard the rumors about you that you have some unique talents. What are they?
Yeah, I got a couple. I'm pretty good at juggling. I can solve a Rubik's Cube in a couple minutes. And people think that's pretty cool. I can do a backflip just standing on the ground.
All right, what do you want to say to my viewers?
Make good decisions and stay out of trouble, everybody.
All right, that was Alex Billings with Jacob Haidari on the show. You watched the PW People Show. Stay tuned for the next time episode, and you're in the trouble, boy.
Ah!
That's all for now. I'm Melissa Riccio. We'll see you next time on PW Perspective.